Let's visit Camp David Gardens together. From Wuse Zone 5 all the way to Kasana is like a 45-minute drive all the way through Jahi and Jahi Extension, where we saw many estates. We passed by estates left and right, multi-unit structures, Gwarimpa staff housing. These are some of them that you can see. So there's a lot of development on the stretch. It's also the stretch that connects Abuja to Kaduna. All those coming from Suleja, Gwarimpa, Buari, this is the stretch that brings them to town. So we saw the morning activity of the Rush Monday, people coming into town. There's quite a lot of development. And this is Kasana Extension as we approach Camp David Gardens. Camp David Gardens is an estate that sits on 43 hectares. It's covered by AMAC, and we were warmly received by Mrs. Olutimehin, who is the face of PMG. They are the developers of Camp David Estate for Lock Homes. Lock Homes is actually the company that was allocated the Camp David Estate land. So join me in this interview as we discuss about Camp David with Mrs. Olutimehin.
In places like this, you find out that most of the time you just work. So there was a day they were to buy something. They had gone to do their market survey. I was able to save almost ₦1 million.
Wow.
That's when I told myself, this is your catering that you are doing. What's he giving you? You better go and help this man.
What's the first project you worked with him on?
The first project was actually Covenant Gardens in Abuja.
Oh, Abuja?
Yes. Covenant Gardens in Abuja.
How many? 25 years ago?
Yes. We started Covenant Gardens 2002.
So you literally followed Babangida and Abacha to Abuja?
Oh yes, we've been around for a while. Oh, that was the first estate, but we had some houses I knew we built for some people in Lekki. Then there was a time he was the main construction outfit for Adax Petroleum. Really? Most of the office renovation in Adax Petroleum he did.
Wow.
He handled.
So PMG and Jadim said is how many years old?
2000. Yeah, 2000. That was when they incorporated PMG.
So what was the first project that PMG did?
That PMG, like those are houses, single individual houses in Lekki.
Okay.
We built in VGC, we built in Lekki.
Wow.
Before we now started mass housing. Our first project was Covenant Gardens. From Covenant Gardens, we moved to Diamond Estate in Isheri Olofe, Lagos. That's about 600, between 500 and 550 units. From there, we did some work for Babaja Konde in his Good Home Estate.
Okay, in a private estate?
It's a private estate.
Okay.
Good Homes Estate, also in Isheri. Then from there, we went to Sunshine Estate of Baile Akure.
Wow.
That's another almost 300 plus units.
Wow.
So the same structure we did in Isheri Olofe is what we did in Diamond Estate, in Sunshine Estate of Baile. Okay. From there, we came back to Abuja here.
Okay.
We did about 50-something units, FHA project in Lugbe. Okay. From there, we moved back to Lagos. That's Gold Estate, Ayobo.
Camp David.
Gold Estate. We did Camp David this is Camp David.
Gold Estate, Ayobo. They call that place Camp David, though.
Maybe we named it Gold Estate.
I know it's named Gold Estate. I know Gold Estate, Ayobo. Yeah, okay. But the person I knew who bought, every time I'm coming, you say, because I know his house, I know his office, say, where are you coming? Are you coming to Camp David?
Okay. Maybe they now named it, but I know why we called it Gold Estate.
Yes, the signboard there says called Gold Estate.
Gold Estate. That's what we named the place. Okay, so we did that, and from there we moved here. Okay. To Camp David Estate.
So Camp David Estate.
So now coming to talk about Camp David Estate. Camp David Estate is a mass housing scheme by the federal government, and so we were located this lot. Like I said, this is PMG Nigeria Limited. We are the project managers. We are the construction arm of the business. The owner of the business, the owner of all these estates that I've mentioned, is called Lock Homes. Anko celebrated its 40th year anniversary about 2 years ago. Wow. So this is the trail. Yes, Mr. Fatimilehin has paid his price in the real estate industry in Nigeria. I don't think anybody knows anything real estate and does not know Dia Fatimilehin. He's the principal partner of Dia Fatimilehin & Co. And so he's the chairman of Lock Homes
Okay.
Lock International.
Mr. Fatimilei.
Mr. Fatimilei. So
Okay.
he's if I would say, the owner of this estate.
Okay.
Because he's the one that was allocated the land.
Since it was allocated to Lock Homes.
To Lock Homes. Okay. So Lock Homes ceded a section of it to Ministry of Justice. So you see there are buildings there on that side.
Okay.
Ministry of Justice.
Okay.
And now divided the remaining into two major places. One to have fully developed duplexes, which as we were entering, you saw them coming in. And then this side this is where we have apartments. So the apartments here are now built. Those other ones, the duplexes and Ministry of Justice, they are self-built.
Okay.
The owners build themselves.
Okay.
But this section, we have PMG Nigeria Limited building everything you've seen here.
Okay.
So any structure you see standing in this part of the block is built by PMG Nigeria Limited.
Okay.
And here we have 3 bedrooms apartment there on that line. Then we have the 2 bedrooms, that line. Okay. Then down there we have 1 bedroom apartments. Okay. Then in between we now have terraces. The terraces will continue this way and this way.
What are the social amenities you're providing in the estate?
Well, the basic things we have, like you've seen lights, we are already.
I can see that you're on Bandi.
Yes, unfortunately, fortunately. I don't know if I should say
unfortunately or fortunately, because Bandi in Abuja.
When the people are residents already, the moment they change them to Band A, everybody was like, please, they should come and carry it and give them Band B. We want Band B because Band A is not doing it for us. So we have light, we have water. Okay. This section of the estate, this one that is built into apartments, there is supplied water. Okay. Okay. So the estate is responsible for giving them water. Okay. We have a tank somewhere there.
Are you selling fully built? Semi-detached? Are you selling fully built off plan?
Yeah. So what we do is we have off-takers. Okay. So like now, the ones we are doing, we already have some people who paid for it. Okay. What we do is we give you a time. Okay. So we build between 3 and 6 months. Okay, between 3 and 6 months. We guarantee your property is ready maximum 6 months. Maximum. If you pay for the terraces and then for the flats. So like I said, we have the flats down the side.
What kind of title does it have?
So for mass housing, what they give you is letter of intent. Okay. And to help our off-takers, to keep them secure, government does something. The moment you start building and selling, they withdraw that from you for safekeeping. So you cannot sell the land and mass to another person. So they withdraw the allocation to safeguard the investment of people coming. So that's why if you go to AMAC and say you take a paper, then they'll tell you it's withdrawn.
Because I was going to raise that this morning. That
yes, we've had people say
I have headache. Yes. I cannot present something that application has been withdrawn. Yes. I have too much at stake.
They withdraw it so that you cannot sell it as a block again.
Oh, I see. Because I've gone to mass housing. Yes. I can see that it's there. Yes. But the document
they will tell you it's
withdrawn.
Yes. Because they want to safeguard people's investment.
Okay.
So but if you go to mass housing, they will tell you this procedure.
No, but mass housing, yes, we apply to mass housing. Yes. Mass housing is the one that gave me the report that it has been withdrawn. Yes. So you mean that if I go to mass housing to ask, they will tell me this is their standard procedure.
This is why it is withdrawn.
Withdrawn.
Yes. Okay. Because they want to safeguard people's investment.
Okay. So how does the title? So this is more than me doing real estate. This is me doing law now. How do they now get government title from a title that has been withdrawn? Okay. So when you now buy, when we give you a letter of allocation, you now go to process your COO. When you take it there, they recognize Lock Homes as the person here who has said, out of the land you gave me, because the expectation is you have to give it to so many people. Okay. And so they know when you go, they will now process your allocation. And one of the things we offer to our clients here is we don't leave them. Okay. We still help them through the process. Okay. But we get them to pay their whatever. Okay. And if they need help, we'll go. If they can do it on their own, they are free. Fine. Okay. But when you need help, if you say, oh, I'm based in America, how do I come to do this? You don't have to worry. We'll do that for you. Okay. For the amenities, You have, aside from light and water.
Light and water. We have land designated for school, for hospital.
Okay.
We have a shopping area.
Okay.
All those will come in place when this place is fully built.
Okay.
But we have the land, because it's a federal government, it's a mass housing allocation. So all those provisions are made into it. And then we have some green areas.
I was going to say, are you landscaping?
Well, yes. If you see, when you came in, you saw we started doing it. But we found out over the years, as you build, you have some things that needs to change. Okay. So, but by the time this place is fully built, I'm so sure we'll see a new Camp David. We'll see a new Camp David, yes.
Okay.
Because one of the things that our chairman loves is good scenery.
Good scenery. Okay.
And so I'm so sure we won't be satisfied until the place is beautiful. So Covenant Garden that's the first estate we did here in Abuja. So
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For this time, this conversation.
We're sure of one thing. Like, you've come into this estate to see how quiet it is. It's really, really quiet. We have almost over 100. Actually, what am I saying? We have 5 units of 1 bed. That's 5 times 12. That's 72. Wow. We have several. I'll take you to see. You see the flag of FHA.
FHA. Okay.
They bought into here. They bought 72 units here.
Wow.
So that's another 144. This is another 12, so that's about 150 people already living. Even some of the terraces, people are already living
in them. Okay.
So we have going to 200. Talk less of this other side.
That they've taken, that they've built themselves.
And they still have.
Okay.
So we have almost 200 people living in this. Not to even now talk of justice.
Okay.
A lot of them are already
living there.
And see how quiet it is. No, life is peaceful here, really.
Okay.
Life is peaceful.
Okay. Thank you, ma.
Welcome.
Oh, it's time to go outside and take a look.
Yes.